Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, um, this is the David Meade broadcasting live on Studio Number One, Fall River, Massachusetts. Also live on Facebook. Um, Here, just wanted to we're gonna bring some talk about some stuff that that was actually happening in the throughout the throughout the past, how things are going in Fall River um, is Charlie Baker gonna be opening up on the 18th? What is the status? What is the status with that? I have no idea. Because I know that there's some things that it's been happening uh, throughout the week. I notice a lot of uh, 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 child abuse rates are going up. I know a lot of suicide rates are going up. I also know that the domestic violence is on a rise here in the city of Fall River, and I want to know what it's like because what does that mean? Um, what does that mean when suicide rates are on a rise and child abuse is on a rise, domestic violence and all uh, because of uh, because of the kids. They're forced to wear these masks around the they're forced to wear these masks around the store areas um, 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 certain period of time. So and if the kid don't put on the mask, uh, if the mother's having a hard time putting a mask on a kid, um, what happens there? I mean, that's the question that everybody's concerned about. So that's a question that everybody's concerned about. So I noticed when I was out, the when I was out the not yeah, it was yesterday. Not actually, no, it was the day before I was out. I noticed that things people are starting to people are starting to rebel on things, and I know that people are starting to rebel. People are tired of wearing the mask. On the street, you got people driving wearing a mask, and also got them talking on the phone too as well while they're driving and wearing a mask too at the same time. So I mean, I would say that that part right there is we're really like really concerned about what is really happening here uh, about this whole situation. People talking about vaccines. People are talking about oh, we're going to be forced to take vaccines and all for and Governor Charlie Baker is not going to open up Massachusetts. So one we're concerned about is the domestic violence. Two, the child abuse. Three, the suicide rates, are on a rise. Four, the addiction and everything else. So this is four things that the Fall River Police Department is actually worried about. So I mean, how do we handle that situation? How do we deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Uh, During this actual time that uh, uh, this virus is so-called virus is supposed to be, getting worse and everything else is stuff. So how do we deal with that? Okay, that's a question that everybody's asking. Um, I'm really, I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answer to everything, but I do, show some interest in this because um, when you have all these things happening, when all these things happening, when you have all these things going on, right, and your entire life, and in your city. So, I mean, I mean, we talked about opening up Massachusetts. I mean, which is we all know that it's going to happen, um, but we also talked about there's a lot of things. There's a lot of other things that we talked about. We talked about our small business. I mean, these small businesses, we have to get it. We have to get these small businesses open because if we don't get these small businesses open, how are we going to bounce back at it? I mean, how? I mean, how's the small businesses going to bounce back? I mean, that's something that that's something that the government's going to have to figure out. Okay, so you got small businesses. Okay, that's probably never going to bounce back. Okay, well, we want to hope that these small businesses do bounce back because these are people's livelihoods here. In the Massachusetts area, so I mean, people's livelihoods. I mean, I know if I owned a business, believe me, I would be kind of worried. I know that I would be kind of worried about how much I'm going to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? And how much that if I'm going to hire any employees or not. So I'd be kind of like really upset and worried about that too. So I mean, so these are all the concerns that that are really going on right now. Okay, so first of all, okay, again, all right, the child abuse is on a rise. Suicides on a rise, on a rise. The numbers are right up there. So is the child abuse too. Domestic violence is up there on the rise. I mean, cops are getting calls more than they usually get. Okay, so I mean, cops been for the past couple of weeks. The cops been kind of like busy. You know what I'm saying? Well, with all this, and it's pretty sad. Okay, that especially even with the homeless people, and also with the addictions and stuff, and with the addictions that's going on. So that's why it's important that that Massachusetts should be opened up, okay, because of all this that's happening, okay. This people just don't realize, okay, what is happening out there, okay, in the Commonwealth, okay. So I mean, with all this stuff going on, in around the Commonwealth. I mean, you have to pretty much understand and say, hey, look at this. You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening, okay, around the Commonwealth. Okay. So I mean, with Massachusetts shut down like this, I mean, this is not good. I mean, especially for the people that have addictions, bad addictions. There's going to be more there's more overdoses than I actually normally, that the police department normally sees. Okay, so that's on the rise too as well. And this is why the people. That's why we're out there throwing rallies and everything else. So we can get this stuff, get Massachusetts back up and running again, because if you keep it shut down, and a lot of this is it's going to get worse before it gets better. Okay, so first of all, okay, child abuse is on the rise. Okay, I mean we all know that. Okay, uh, suicide's on a rise. Okay, we all know this. Okay, and we all know this. Okay, domestic violence is on the rise. Uh, the addictions and all and is also on a rise too. You know what I'm saying? People overdosing more. I mean, like that's what I'm trying to say is that the police department is getting more calls, okay, than they usually do. So, and they're worried about this, okay, and they are worried about it, and you know what I'm saying. So that's why I'm trying to say, we ought to. That's why we need to have, get Massachusetts back open again, get the state back open again, so that way we get the small businesses going, so that way we can, and get on with our lives, and so that way we don't have to keep dealing with disasters anymore like we always do. So I mean, it's a shame that this is all happening. I mean, I talked to a police officer, and and he said, you know, I'm going to tell you, Dave. You know what I'm saying? We get more calls than usual. Okay, with all this domestic violence going on, child abuse going on, and the suicide rates are going up and everything and everything. The addiction is overdose is worse. I mean, we have to. This is why we have to open up the state, because so that way these people can get the help that they need. Okay, so that's why this is what we got to do. And look at the homeless people. Okay, look at the homeless. Look at the veterans, the homeless veterans, and everything else. Okay, now look at all this. Look at the big picture. See, I'm gonna tell you, the government only looks at the small picture. Okay, they don't look at the big, huge picture of what's going on. So this is why this is important. Public safety is important. Okay, I get it. I understand that. Okay, so that's why we need to. It's important that the state gets opened up, and that way we can take care of these other problems here that are already starting to occur. Okay, so well, we have to tackle that too. Okay, that is also the main. That's a main thing, because I did talk to a police officer, and he did say to me that they're getting more calls than usual. Okay, because of the shutdown of the state and everything else and all. Okay, this is what Governor Baker don't understand. Okay, you know something, and he probably don't understand. Okay, that once you shut something down, you're gonna cause a big disaster. Okay, um, and that's what he did. Okay, he's caused a big, huge disaster by shutting the state down. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, for instance. Okay, I was in Price Right. I don't know if I even mentioned this on my last show, but I'm going to say that there was a guy with an ankle bracelet on, and uh, at Price Right a few days ago, and he had a mask on. He was freaking out because he couldn't wear the mask on his face. Okay, so he was freaking out, right? So I went over there and I asked him. I said, "Hey, man, you okay?" And he said to me, he says, "Well, you know what? Thank you for being concerned." So I said, well, you know what? Hey, I'm here trying to help. Okay, I'm trying to help. we're all listening. We're all in this together. You know what I'm saying? We're all in this together, and we are trying to help. You know what I'm saying? We are trying to help we're trying to help. I'm trying to help my family, trying to help everybody else, and stuff. So I mean, and he turned around. He said, "Look," he says, "I appreciate you being concerned and everything else and stuff." I said, "No problem, man. But you know what? Hey, if someone's wearing an ankle monitor, hey, I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to sit there and judge them, because I'm going to tell you why. All right, I'm not going to. It's Jared. It's 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 97 more cases and 3 more deaths in Fall River today. That's low. That's bullshit. Okay, that's full of crap. I don't want to even hear that. Okay, because that's full of crap. We all know what Charlie Baker's trying to do. Okay, we all know what he's trying to do. Okay, I looked up CDC. I looked up all the statistics and everything else and stuff. It's full of crap. 97 more and 3 more deaths in Fall River. That's full of crap. That's bullshit. Okay, and something. And you know what? It's bull crap, okay? Because we all know what Charlie Baker's trying to do, okay? I mean, if I know we all know, okay? We all know about the vaccine and everything else and stuff that he wants to pass and everything else and stuff. It's bullshit, okay? I'm not going to fall for that anymore because something. I'm here, okay? I'm here, okay? So I mean. I walk around all the time. So something, Charlie Baker, you know what? I don't care, Charlie Baker, something is a jackass, okay? So I'm not gonna sit there, okay, and agree with that, okay? Because 97 more, I'm not gonna agree with that because the reason why I'm not gonna agree with it because this is good. He's going to drag this on forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay, if you go to Boston, you're going to see you're going to see Japanese flags. Okay, you're going to see Japanese flags on the other side. So maybe that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to put Japanese flags over here. I'm not going to fall for 97 or whatever. Okay, because I'm not going to fall for that. Okay, because something. I'm I have a different opinion on that. Okay, honestly, I do. Okay, and people don't want to listen to my show. That's fine. But I have a different opinion. I have a different opinion on that. Okay, and everything else is stuff. Well, I mean, that's what Charlie Baker said. Well, something. Well, Charlie Baker's full of shit. So he's full of crap. And something. And let me tell you something. Okay, for me, I don't believe what any politician says. Okay, I don't. I mean, that's just me. So I mean, because he's going to drag this on. He's going to drag it on. He's going to drag it on. He's going to say there's and next week he's going to tell you there's 100 cases. And something, that's I'm going to stop right there. So I don't get upset. So, but I don't. Something, I disagree with that because I think for me, but I think he's got his hands in the Chinese government's pocket or something. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what I think. So, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. So I think he's got his hands in the Chinese government's pocket. But that's Charlie Baker. I mean, any type of government, any type of government, and everything else and all, that's going to come up and next week he'll say, oh, there's another 97, and then the following week later, Charlie Baker will say there's another 120 and everything else. The people, don't you see? He's trying to drag this on. Okay, he's trying to drag it on, make people wear masks and everything else on the street. Okay, that's what he's trying to do. That's why I'm trying to tell you, people. Look what you're seeing. Okay, look what you're seeing. Okay, Look what you're seeing. Okay, you're seeing people. Some of these people wearing masks on the street. I don't wear the mask because I don't really care about this. Okay, all right, really, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to go by what Charlie Baker says. I'm not going to go by what government says. Okay, I want to. I want to see real numbers from my own eyes. Okay, I don't want people telling me, "Oh, it's 97, or there's 3 more, or there's 6 more, or there's 100,000 more, or there's 40,000 more." I want to. I want to see for myself. Okay, so that's how it is. I mean, that's my opinion, and I'm going to stick with that opinion. So that's what I want to do. But hey, it is what it is. The government's going to sit there and lie and come on and throw some more bull. You know what I'm saying? I never seen in my life. Okay, I never seen in my life that you get a politician, okay, they throw out so much bull. Okay, I've been around politics all my life. Um, I've been around politics all my life. I know politics. I know how government works and all. I do. Ever since I was a kid growing up. But you know something? They lie. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're going to drag it on, drag it on. They're going to drag this on. Know why they're going to drag this on? I'll tell you why. Know why? Because of the money. Follow the money trail. That's where you're going to find it. Okay. So, I mean, right now he's in Jim Lyons' pocket too. So, Charlie Baker's in Jim Lyons' pocket. So, Jim Lyons probably paid Charlie Baker this. Okay. Chinese government, he's also in their pocket too. So, that's where he is. He's also in the Chinese government's pocket too. So when a politician is in somebody's pocket and they're getting paid good money, they're getting paid good money to drag things on and on and on and on and on. Okay, between Bill Gates and Zuckerberg, okay, and between them, okay, between Jim Lyons, Charlie Baker, Zuckerberg, okay, and Bill Gates, okay. You're seeing what's going on here. We're seeing it, okay, but nobody else is seeing it, okay. Nobody else is seeing it, okay. Everybody thinks that Charlie Baker is not going to do that, okay. Charlie Baker is a sneak, okay. I've watched all his videos, okay. I've seen how he moved. I've seen the eye movement, body language, and everything else and stuff. He's a sneak. Open your eyes, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you know what? Hey, like I said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. And but remember, you're gonna see how this whole thing progresses as you go along. I already know this. You know what I'm saying, so I mean, something, and I've told this once before. Sometimes you have to talk about 5 or 6 times before it registers in somebody's brain. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's how that is. But I don't believe I want to see real numbers, and seeing the real numbers would be a grateful thing to see. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I may be wrong, but something. But I still think that we should be pushing out of China and everything else and stuff, and not deal with China because he wants to. That's what he wants to do. He wants to try to force us to take the vaccine and everything else and stuff. But I mean that's totally up to them. But anyways, I'm only trying to I'm only trying to pass out the good information and everything else and stuff. But if you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a talk show. I'm not out there. I'll probably be out there holding flags. I'll probably be out there holding flags, going live out there. At some point. I don't know, but I'll let you know. And and I'll be holding flags with Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? So the president of the United States, I'll be holding the flags that I bought and everything else outside, and all. So, but anyways, I mean, you gotta realize and understand You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the situation. Look at all this situation. Okay, the child abuse up on the rise, uh, and the addiction, the addiction, and overdose on the rise, and the also the what do you call it? The and all the and all suicide. The suicide is on a rise. Okay, all that stuff is on a rise. Okay, you don't realize what's involved with this. Okay, you don't realize what's involved, and you don't realize what's involved with all this. There's a lot involved. Okay, I mean, first thing you're gonna know, he's gonna be putting up Chinese. He's gonna be putting up Chinese flags outside of right on the side of American flags here in Florida. Okay, you don't see what's going on. Then hey, you know something? That's why you need to step up and say, hey, look, enough is enough. Okay, the other people are stepping up. People looking. The words out there. People looking. People like something. Hey, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? We had enough of this. You know what I'm saying? And you know something? We want to get back to our own lives and everything else is stuff. Okay, this has been going on far too long, and we already know what he's doing. People ain't gonna turn around. I know people are out there gonna say, "Oh, Charlie Baker is doing a good job." Charlie Baker ain't doing a good job. Charlie Baker is a creep. Okay, all right. He's not doing a good job. He reminds me of Joe Biden. Okay, probably kisses babies too. Who knows? But anyways, but you know something. He's a communist, and he's screwing us over. Okay, and you know something. He is, and we all know he is. But you know something. Because there's people out there afraid to open their mouth. That's why, and they're afraid to say something to him. Oh, so if I saw him at an event, I would say something to him. I would say, look, you know what? You're a creep. Okay, you know something. We all know what you're doing and everything else and all. Okay, you gotta see. Okay, watch his body language and how he moves and how he talks and where his eyes are rolling and everything else and stuff. He's gonna drag this on. Okay, so I don't want to hear about 97 cases because you know something. Because next thing you know, he'll probably tell us 120 cases and everything else and all. So he's full of crap. I don't believe anything he says. So you know what? I don't want to hear about what CDC has to say and everything until I see some real numbers. Once I see some real numbers, then I'll say, okay, well, you know what? Hey, so once I see real numbers, that'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I want to see real numbers, okay? You're not going to show me real numbers. I'm not going to take your word for it. So, I mean, that's the end of that point. That's the end of that. So I have a point to this. That's my opinion. I'm going to stick to that opinion, where everybody likes it or not. So, but anyways, you know what? Hey, again, I'm just a radio show. I only talk about things. I talk about, my opinion. And what I think about all this, I think it's bull crap. I mean, if you ask me, that's what I think. I have an opinion, and something, and I'm going to I'm going to stick with that opinion because I think when you when you see something that is wrong, you have to say to yourself, okay, all right, what is wrong with this picture? Okay, what is wrong with this? Okay, so why is he dragging this on so long? Okay, eventually he has to open up the state. Okay, eventually. Okay, so he has to. Okay, because none of these small businesses are gonna be able to bounce back. Okay, and that's the part that he don't understand. Okay, so when I mean not bounce back, okay, that means they're gonna probably just close forever. Okay, so that's why I was trying to say is the state needs to be open, okay, and be open and get the small businesses back to work, back to where they belong. Okay, how hard is it, and everything else? He probably knows the real numbers. Okay, he probably knows the real numbers, but he's not telling us what the numbers are. Okay, he probably has the real numbers and just coming up and just giving us any number, right? So, I mean, how am I supposed to believe that? How am I supposed to believe a politician, okay, when they lie? Okay, so how am I supposed to? I can't. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say, well, all right, well, those numbers are real. I'm not going to sit there and say that. I'm going to sit there and say, look, you know something? You show me real numbers, okay? Show me the real numbers. I don't want to hear numbers off the top of people's heads, okay? Show me real numbers. People, CDC is not going to give you real numbers, okay? So they're only going to put numbers there. Okay, they're only gonna put numbers there that would be, okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna shove those numbers there just to keep the people's mouth shut and everything else and stuff. That's not how it works. Okay, that's not how it works. You just don't put numbers there to shut people up because people here in Massachusetts are not stupid. Okay, we're not dumb. We're smart people. Okay, you know, so that's why we want to see we want to see real numbers. Okay, if you give us the real numbers, then okay, you know what I'm saying. But if CDC is going to throw out numbers and then Charlie Baker's numbers are not adding up, so I mean, if you got the CDC and over here numbers, if they're not adding up, if you get Charlie Baker's numbers and you put those numbers together with CDC over here, are those numbers are going to add up? That's the question we're asking. We're concerned about that. So we're concerned about those questions. So that question. So is it going to add up? Okay. Is that 3 and 97 that was just put up there? Okay. Is that going to add up? Okay, with Charlie Baker's numbers. Okay, so if you put those numbers there, are they going to add? That's the question. You know, because if he's got numbers, then CDC over here has got numbers. Okay, so are they going to add up? That's the question. Okay, that is the question that is concerning me. Is that going to add up? Probably not. Probably it will, and probably not. But we all know what's happening here in the city of Fall River. Okay, we all know what's happening. I've been around politics all my life, and I see what politicians do and everything else and how they work. Okay, so but you know what? It is what it is. Politicians, they're liars. Okay, they're corrupt. They're crooked. They're out there to make money. They're out there. They're out there to make a buck. And you know something. And my job as a radio, my career as a radio show is to expose politicians. Okay, expose corrupt politicians. That's what I'm about. Okay, I expose politicians, dirty politicians, and everything else and all. And I will, and you know something, and the truth will come out with Baker sooner or later because this is crap. Okay, this is bull. Okay, and he shouldn't. Something. I mean, it is bull, and Mr. Baker knows that. It's crap. Okay, he knows what he's doing. He knows, and something, and eventually he's gonna come out and he's gonna tell the truth. Okay, so I mean, that's what my radio show's about. Okay, exposing dirty politicians. Okay, you want to know the truth about my radio station? It's a talk show. I talk about politicians. It's about politicians. And it's also about many other things too that I will not mention or put out there. So, and that's what I do. I expose politicians, okay, and dirty politicians, people that people that embezzle people that squander things and everything else and stuff, people that take things off other people and everything else and stuff. Them are the kind of people that get exposed. Okay, so but me, something that's what this is my career right here. So, but anyways, but something, it have if you have to, the numbers don't add up. Okay, the only thing we want is our churches and businesses put back up, okay, and get back on the bus so we can start paying our fare again, okay. So, exposing federal government and everything else and stuff, exposing state governments, exposing dirty politicians and everything else and stuff. That's what I like to do, okay. Expose them, and all, and and if they're dirty, I'll find the truth and I'll expose them. You know what I'm saying? I'll put them right out there. You know what I'm saying? Probably even even like if you have a person that's a CEO and everything else and stuff, I'll expose him too. If he's a CEO of Certa, I'll expose him too. You know what I'm saying? If he's dirty, you know what I'm saying? If he's robbing and everything else and stuff and robbing the taxpayers' money, I'll expose him. That's what I do, and that's what I like to do. Okay, know why? Because for one, okay, like to make our where we live in Massachusetts safe. Okay, so that's what I do. I like to expose dirty politicians. So, hey, something. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. It was my allergies. I have allergies, and also that's what I like to do. I like to expose dirty politicians. Okay, and I will expose them. I put them right out there, and something, and when I do, and everything else and stuff, it's actually fun. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to make a better place to be safe. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and worry about numbers. Okay, 97, 3. Something. Those numbers don't mean nothing to me. Okay, that's my opinion. I'm not gonna go by those numbers. I never went by those numbers. I'm not gonna listen to what CDC says. It, something. Once I see real numbers, give me some real numbers, then I'll be happy. Don't go by and say, "Hey, there's 3 more. It's 97 now." Yeah, it's crap. Okay, it's full of crap. All right, I'm not gonna sit there and buy that. Okay, something, because I'm not. All right. So, as a radio host, as a radio host show, I like to expose politicians, and that's what I do. I and people that from the CEO that owns companies and everything else and stuff, that likes to rob, people that like to people that have jobs and they're getting ripped off and everything else and stuff. I expose them and everything else and stuff. That's what I like to do and everything else and stuff. So, but anyways, but something, we just want to make better for our city. Okay, get the businesses put back up again, and get the businesses put back up again. You know what I'm saying? And before we can't put these businesses back up, okay, before they don't come back, okay. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and go by what these numbers have and what these numbers that are in common over here, because I think it, it's Trinity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's dragging us on. He's going to drag this on. He's going to keep dragging it on, dragging it on, dragging it on. You're going to see how much he's going to drag this on. Okay, he's going to drag this on so far. Okay, that's what he's going to do. We all know he's going to drag this on. So I mean, come on. At first he says it's better, and then all of a sudden now, okay. At first he says it's better, okay, that he's going to open up on the 18th, and now God knows what he's going to do now, right? So just figure it out, Okay, and you all know that he's dragging us out. Okay, we all know what he's doing. So, like I said, and I'm going to keep saying it, Mr. Baker, if you like Massachusetts so much, you need to step aside. Okay, step down from office because all you're doing is dragging this thing along. Okay, that's all you're doing. Okay, you're dragging this thing along, and and you know something. And when you're dragging these things along like this, okay, you're making people to believe, okay, that you know something. You want to do something about this. You're gonna try to force people to take vaccines, and you know something, and that's not gonna happen here in this city, okay, and that's not gonna happen with my family. Just to let you know that. So, because first off, we're religion people, so it's not going to happen. So you can't, and plus two, okay, he can't, all right, he can't. People still think it's the law to wear a mask. It's not the law. It's not the law. I have the paper, and when I'm out holding flags and everything else and all, I'll have copies of those papers and I'll pass them out, and you can look for yourself. It's only an order. It's not the law. The lawmakers did not pass this as the law. So, but be smart, man. And you know something? You're smart. You look into things, and you know something. You're gonna say, "Hey, look. You know what? Hey, gee, you know what? Why is Dave saying this? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should look this up myself and see what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do, man. You know what I mean, you got to look out for yourself, man. You know something? Hey, look, you know what? I'm looking out for my family and everything else and stuff, and probably trying to look out for other people too that don't that don't have coronas to step up to this and look into this, charade that Mr. Charlie Baker's, putting through and everything else and stuff. So, I mean, you guys don't have no coronas, no, what they say, no balls to look into this, okay, situation. The mask you don't have to wear, okay? It's not the law to wear it. If you choose to wear it, you wear it. Okay. And you know something? If a person's sick, okay, if a person's sick, right, then wear it. Stay home if you're sick. Okay. But don't force everybody else to wear it. Don't go and force people that are not sick to wear the mask. Okay. Plus, what they're doing, okay, they're putting the people that do have the coronavirus, they're putting them in nursing homes. Look it up. They're putting them in nursing homes. Okay? That's what they're doing. You don't put people that are sick with the elderly because that's how the elderly is going to get sick. Okay? That's how it's going to happen. All right? Look it up. If you don't believe anything I'm saying, look it up. Look it up for yourself. I mean, you're going to sit there and be a sheep all your life, then be a sheep. Okay? But I'm not. You know something? You know something? I'm not. I'm going to help the people that want the help. That's what I'm doing. Okay? I'm going to help the people that want it. I'm not going to help the people that don't want it. But look at, man, the message is out there. The message is loud and clear. You know, you can walk into a grocery store. You can. You can walk into a grocery store, and if they ask you if you had a mask, you turn around, tell them no. I have what do you call it? Medical issue, and they'll tell you to go right in. Okay, Price Rate is doing it. CVS is doing it. You don't have to wear one. Okay, it's not the law. It's only an executive order. That's all it is. It's not the law. Okay, it's not the law. Look it up. I have papers. I download them and everything else. Since my wife downloaded them, I have them. Again, I still have them. But when I'm out there holding flags, I'll bring copies and I'll give you copies of it. And you're gonna say, "Wow, you know what, Dave? You're right." Yeah, of course. So I mean, something you got to realize that hey, I'm not gonna say if people are sick, stay home. Okay. But don't force anybody else to wear the mask. Nobody else wants to wear the mask. Okay. All right. The police department is not even enforcing this because you want to know why? Because they think it's ridiculous. They got more important things to do. Okay, to sit there and enforce this bullshit crap. Okay, they're not going to sit there and at a store and all day long. Hey, yo, you have a mask. Hey, you have a mask. Hey, you have a mask. Hey, you have a mask. They're not going to sit there. They got better else things to do than sit there and then turn around, right? And ask people all day long if they have a mask. They got bigger fish to fry out there than sit around all day and write tickets for $300 all the time. The police are not doing it. You know something? Warwick in California, Warwick police ain't doing it either. Okay, a lot of the towns ain't doing it because it's ridiculous. It's crazy. Okay, it's nuts. Let's put it that way. You know what? Hey, like I'm saying, look it up for yourself. You don't have to believe me. Don't believe me. You don't have to. Okay. You know something? Look up all these things and everything else and all, and see what and see what goes on. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Hey, look. Hey, I'm only trying to tell you the truth. I'm only trying to tell you what is really out there. You know what I'm saying? Look at it, man. People, small businesses all over the country and everything else and stuff. Okay. They even say, I'm not going to bounce back from this. How am I going to bounce back for this? Okay. There was a guy I spoke to out in Texas. Okay. He's not going to bounce back from this. Okay. And everything else. He says, I gave up all my savings and I put my savings into this place. How's he going to bounce back? People from Texas, all over the country and everything else. All right. How's the all over the country and throughout Massachusetts? How are they going to bounce back? All these businesses and everything else. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have the answer to that. Okay. People use their savings. People drain out their. People use their savings. People use all their kids' college money and everything else, right? You know, to bounce back. Okay. They drain out all their kids' college funds, right? All their kids' college funds, right? They do all the time, you know. And when you start draining out your kids' college money and everything else, right? You start draining that and everything else and stuff. Okay, so all right, let's see how much money I have here to pay my employees, okay, and everything. They're not going to have that much, okay? They're not, okay? And I've spoken to every single business owner that I could ever find, people that I know, people that I've known for years, okay? It's the businesses that are not going to bounce back. Now, say for instance, what happens if Market Basket closes down? Okay, what happens with that? How's the employees over there are going to bounce back? How are they going to bounce back? Because no, why? Because that's a private market, right? So that's a private market. Okay, people get out, get carriages. People go out there and bag groceries and everything else. So if any of those things close down, how's those people going? How's the people that work there are going to bounce back? So and how's that company going to bounce back when they're they're probably losing thousands of dollars, but they still have people work there because they want to work there. Okay, they want to work. So I mean, but I mean, now their hours are cut. Okay, their hours are cut back. Okay, because of this. Okay, all the people that work at Market Basket are short hours. Their hours are cut back. Okay, because of this. Okay, carriages lined up all outside over there. Okay, and everything else is up. Now, if it's raining, if it's raining, if it's snowing out and everything else and stuff out there, if it rains and it snows, downpours and everything else and stuff, you're gonna have people waiting in the rain and everything else and stuff outside. People get soaking wet and everything else and stuff, and get sick and everything else and stuff. You know, you're gonna have the elderly wait outside. They're gonna get sick and everything else and stuff. I mean, what does that, does that make any sense? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it don't make any sense. Okay, to have the elderly wait outside, people in wheelchairs and everything else and stuff, have them wait outside a market basket and everything else and stuff, and get sick and everything else and stuff and all, and and oh really? Well, okay, no. Hey, somebody just got sick outside of market basket, and you know uh, 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 well, you know why? Because you're out there, right? Waiting in line. Okay, you're out there waiting in line, specifically in line. Okay, when you're waiting in line, that's how you're gonna get sick. People so worried about coronavirus and everything else and stuff. Don't worry about that because you're sitting outside. You're actually really you're sitting outside and you're sitting out there you're sitting out there and it rains and everything else and stuff. You're gonna get wet. You're gonna get sick and everything else and stuff. Okay, well, but I mean, I'm just saying what is the what the facts are and everything else and stuff. You know what? Like I said, I'm not gonna, something, like I said, you can't, honestly, to be totally straight up here, you can't lead a horse, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it because, something, because the people are always going to be sheeps, okay? You're always going to be a sheep, and you're always going to follow the government and everything else and stuff. So all I'm looking for right now is that Massachusetts to be opened up so I can go out there and look for a job, okay? And I'm not going to go out there now and I'm not going to go put on a mask. I'm sorry, but I mean, that's just me. That's my opinion, you know? That's my opinion. So I'm not going to do it. So that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for this to be opened up, and we're going to continue on talking about this until Massachusetts opens up. Okay, so and people out there right now beating each other up and everything else and stuff. Okay, I mean, do you like if you're outside and you're seeing a fight outside down the road or on the other side of the street or some down neighborhood and everything else, and somebody fighting back and forth, and everything? That's because they are rebelling, okay, on all this, okay? So to prevent all this that's happening right now, we just need to realize and take a look at this and say, hey, look at this. There's a fight here. There's a fight over there. There's a fight over there. We have to realize that we don't have enough police officers to cover all the areas, okay, and all. And if there's a domestic violence going on, we don't have the resources to cover it, okay, because there's going to be fights everywhere, okay, across Massachusetts, okay. So when there's a fight all across Massachusetts, we don't have the resources to do it, okay, and and I'm going to assure you, I don't think the state police would want to come in here and everything else stuff and deal with this, okay. So, but I mean, when there's fights all across Massachusetts, you're going to need more than state police, more than Fall River Police. You're gonna need more than that. So you're gonna need more resources because that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have you fights all across. Matter of fact, they're all these rallies and everything else that we have and everything. It won't be long for them to rebel on this. So, but it's getting there, and something. And for all that to happen, open up Massachusetts and everything else and stuff. Open it up. That's all we're asking is to open it up. Okay, we're gonna keep doing this. Okay, and you know what? And something. Hey, we're gonna keep doing it until Massachusetts gets opened up. And believe it or not, I'm gonna be outside holding. I'm gonna be outside, and probably in a few weeks, I'm gonna come up with a date. I'll let you know the date and everything else and stuff. No, Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna hold Donald Trump his flag outside and everything else and stuff. Matter of fact, I got four of them. You know, four flags. You know that I bought. Yeah, I'm gonna hold them up outside, and man, I'm gonna make it clear. Okay, I want to be out there. Okay, and yes, my phone. Yes, my phone will be on my podcast, my tripod, and it will be live. Okay, it will be live. Okay, outside. All right, and while I'm holding the tripod, why the tripod, I'll be live and everything else and stuff. So I'll be doing I'll be doing that. I don't know when, but I will. But you know what? Hey, look, I'm just out there trying to tell you people the truth. You know what's happening. But and at the end of the day, it's up to you guys. That's all I got to say. It's up to you. Um, it's up to you how you want to handle this, and you know, and I leave it up to the public how they want to do it. As long as that you as long as that you're knowing the truth out there. Okay, the truth is out there, and everything else and stuff. Please listen to the truth. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, now people out there criticize me and everything else and stuff, but I've been around politics all my life. Okay, since I was a kid, I know what goes on. Okay, I know what goes on with politicians. Okay, they're dirty, they're crooked. Some of them. I'm not going to say all of them, but the majority, they're dirty, they're crooked, and everything else is. So that's why I don't spend my money. That's why I don't go to political parties and spend my money. So I try to do independently and everything else and stuff. So that way, I'm not connected with any Democratic Party committee and everything. So that's what I try to do. So, but anyways, you know, next week I'll have Friday. I'll probably have something else to say. But I mean, hey, like I tell you, child abuse is on the rise. Suicides are on the rise. What else is on the rise? Domestic violence, the overdose, and everything else is they were getting more overdose than we normally get. And you know, people need to listen to this. Okay, you know something. You people need to listen to this and stop being cheaps and everything else and all, and start opening your mouth. Okay, you know, and you know it's something that you need to do. You know, start opening your mouth, because if you don't, then you're gonna see you're gonna see that what this United States is gonna turn into later on. So, but uh, you know what? You know something. That's my opinion. Look into it and see what I'm talking about, man. Because hey, I'm not going to follow. I'm not going to follow this government. Okay, I'm not going to follow government, because government. If I I'm not going to follow government, because you know something. Because I think government sometimes they're dirty. I mean, they are. I mean, they're demons. You know what I'm saying? Look what they're doing. You know, uh, look what they're doing. They're demons. You know, and everything else and stuff. So I'll probably, I'll bring this up more and more all every day. And I mean, I don't. To me, this is just my talk show over here. That's all this is about. Um, Things will get better. You know, something. I'll find something else to talk about in the near future. But that's all I want to do, is I want to let you know that it's a you know, look into this, because if you keep letting it go, and then once your constitution once you have no more freedom, then you're gonna say, wow, you know what? Gee, I should have just listened to Dave, because he knew exactly what he was talking about. You know, you know what? Hey, you're not I can't make you, I cannot make you, but you know something. Hey, this is my show. This is my show. This is my career. and and it's going to be better. I mean, you know something, and I know I'm going to get a lot of criticized people. People going to criticize me and everything else. But you know what? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. And, oh, by the way, that's my opinion. Okay. I have an opinion. I listen to people's opinions every single day about things. Okay. And I do. I listen to a lot of people's opinions about with a lot of things. And I just want to, try to, I'm not trying to tell you what to do and how to do things, but look into it for yourself. I mean, look into it. You know what I'm saying? And look into it. I've been following this thing, okay, from day one, okay. When all this pandemic came out, when all this virus came out, I've been following this, okay. So I'm pretty much knowing a lot about it, okay, about this virus and everything else and stuff. This virus is probably just not but a cold, or maybe something that people just get and it just goes away and everything. So I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you, people, that he's just dragging his stuff on. Okay, he's dragging it on, dragging it on. He's going to drag it on and on. You're going to see. So far, he has dragged it on. Okay, and half of the people in the city of Fall River are not caring about it. Okay, some of people here are not caring about it. Some people think it's the law, but you know something? Little all they know. Okay, little all they know, it's only an executive order. That's it. Okay. And download it and go to mass.gov and download Charlie Baker's, what do you call it, and look at it. And you'll see it. Okay. You see it. You see it for yourself. Okay. That's why if you see that's my opinion. I mean, my opinion is that I think the people should go and look for themselves and think and say, hey, all right, you know what, Dave talks about this a lot. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I want you to look at this. Okay, hey, think about this. Hey, talk to other people. You know what I'm saying about it. You know what I'm saying? Talk to others. You know what I'm saying? Talk to others. And you know what? Yes, one person might not agree with you, but you can other people you can talk to. You might get a opinion. You know what I'm saying? You might get a different opinion on things. You know what I'm saying? Talk to others. You know what I'm saying? And once you talk to others, and you can tell them, say, hey, look, you know what? Hey, I listen to the David Meade show a lot. Once in a great while when he's on. It's all he's been doing is talking about this all the time. So now and I'm curious. You know what I'm saying? And and talk to other people. You may get different opinions on things. But you're gonna know that the truth is out there. Okay, the truth is out there. The numbers don't match. You know, the numbers don't match. You know, and I don't want you guys to believe. I don't want you guys to sit out there and believe that. Oh, gee, you know what? Hey, the numbers match. This must be the truth. I don't want you to think that the numbers don't. I don't want you to think the numbers match when they don't. You know what I'm saying? So if I thought, if I thought to myself that the numbers matched, you think I'd be talking to you? I'd be telling you, hey, the numbers match. Okay, so I'd be telling you that, but the numbers don't match. That's why I'm telling you the numbers don't match. Take a look at the numbers. Ask for real numbers. That's what you need to do is ask for the real numbers. I'm not out here trying to bust people's balls. Okay, I'm not out here trying to. I'm out here trying to tell the truth. Okay, and everything else is stuff. Okay, that's what I'm out here for. I'm out here for the truth. Okay, this is what I do. This. Okay, I'm out here for the truth. Okay, the truth, and everything. So I'm looking for the truth. Okay, get out there, go find out for yourself, and everything else and all, and look for yourself. I mean, that's all you got to do. Look for yourself. Okay, look for yourself. Okay, go out there and ask different people. Look for yourself, and then the truth. Then you'll find the truth. You'll say, hey, look, you know what? Hey, gee, what, Dave talks about this all the time. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to find the truth for myself, right? So you find out the truth and everything else and stuff. Hey, you know something? You may get different opinions, but you know something? Your opinion is worth something. Your opinion is worth something, okay? Your taxpayers of this city, your opinion is worth something. So get out, you're gonna find the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not out here to bust people's nuts and bust people's balls, right? I'm not out here to do this. I'm out here for the truth, man. That's what I'm out here for. I'm out here for the truth, okay? And you know something? For a guy in my position, okay, uh, owns a podcast, okay, in my position, okay, I've been around politics ever since I was a kid growing up, okay, all right. My uncle Ray was my cousin Ray Mitchell, former city councilor Ray Mitchell, okay. I don't know if he's still around, but I know he used to be a city councilor before, okay. I know my stuff, okay, all right. And you know something? Ask anybody. I know my stuff. I know about politics. Okay. I've been around politics all my life, and you know something. And being around politics all my life got me to think. Okay, gee, you know what? Now, what happens if I wasn't around politics? How would I approach this? You know what I'm saying? So I've been around politics all my life. I know what politicians think. I know what they do and everything else and stuff. I do know what they do. Okay. And and that's it. I mean, it's not. It's actually not easy. To convince somebody that the numbers are wrong. It's not easy to. Okay. You know why? Because some people are been brainwashed so long, so they would believe anything. Okay, that the politicians would tell tell them, hey, look, I'm going to tell you something. I ran for public office and everything else and stuff. Okay, I have many times I ran for public office and everything. And let me tell you something. You know what? A lot of times I have a hard time convincing myself. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? Because the reason why I didn't get in for city council, because I can't lie, okay, to anybody. Okay, I can't lie. All right, I cannot lie. Okay, I've always have to tell the truth a lot. Okay, I cannot lie. All right, I wasn't brought up to be a, so that's why I wasn't voted in. Okay, because you know why? Because all these ideas mean nothing. Okay, the ideas that I had when I ran for city council and senate against Michael Rodriguez and everything else, I had those good ideas I've had, right? For me, I never shared my ideas with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because those ideas were mine. Okay. First off, okay, when I brought Market Basket here, okay, I brought Market Basket here because you know what? Because I pulled strings. Okay. All right. Because you know what? Because I went out there and got it. And you know something? And that was stolen from me. Okay. So beat that one. So, but anyways, I tried to, try to talk a little bit today. I started early, so I can get this show out of the way. Um, but I'm gonna instead of me starting my show at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna my show from now on is gonna be from 6 to 7. So I'm gonna keep it that way. From 6 to 7. So I'm gonna do it that way. From Wednesdays to Fridays. So because there's a lot of things that needs to be all this needs to be looked at. Okay, I mean there's issues with this, and but I don't know. I'm just trying to lay the truth out there. But you guys gotta sit there and think about this, and and talk among yourselves and say, hey, look, you know what, Dave's out there, Dave's trying to do this, and you know what, then it's going to make you want to research all this stuff yourself and everything else stuff. Your people don't want to take the vaccine, man. If you're not sick with anything, you don't have to take the vaccine, because that's what's going to happen. You're going to be forced to take that vaccine and everything else and stuff. Okay, so that's why we need to stop this before it does happen. Okay, you know, I mean, you guys, you know, I mean, it's, but I mean, like I said, that's your own stupidity. Um, if you don't want to take it, so that's your own stupidity. I mean, I'm not gonna go overboard with this today, because I'm already went a little too far today. So probably just go a little bit more. But anyways, um, I know that also that there was a fire down at Duro Finishing. The other day there was a big fire down there. I know that is under investigation too as well. That fire. I know that fire is under investigation. Herald News, Joe Good was down there, and she tried to report it and everything else and stuff, but they told her to push back and everything. They kicked her. They actually kicked her out of there, so she had to probably go down the street and around and get it from the other side or something. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's a shame. She's a reporter. She's a reporter, and I think that she had a press pass. I think that she could take a picture of it, take a video of it, and everything else. But that wasn't good at all. I mean, something. But if you got a press pass or something, they should be also letting you under, go and take pictures of things and report things, write things down as a reporter or something. So I mean, that's but I'm sure that's under investigation. And also, I don't know what else is going on, but those are the two things today that was on my mind. I want to talk about fresh right off the top, So before I forget, I usually don't write things down, but hey, actually, something. At the end of the day, this is all crazy stuff. Okay, that politicians do and everything. So, um, but I know that that fire is still under investigation here in the city of Fall River, and again, I know that the child abuse is on the rise here. Domestic violence is on the rise here in the city of Fall River. The overdoses that's on the rise, that's even worse than what it's before. We need to get that under control, and we need to get this domestic violence too under control here in the city. So I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. I get it. I understand. There's a lot going on. So I mean, social workers and everything else and stuff. They get calls and everything else. Sometimes they have to go out there by twos, threes, or fours. But they can't now. Most of them are working from home, and we got to get the social workers back to work too, and get the state back open, because this is why. Okay, this is why. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Domestic violence, child abuse, addiction, overdoses, all that stuff, and suicide rates are going up. This is why. This is why we have to get our massive. That's why we got to get this open and everything else and stuff. That's the only way we're gonna have to slow this down and take care of this issues and stuff. I mean, I mean, it's bad. It's terrible. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people are afraid to go outside and everything else and stuff. They're afraid to go outside because they're afraid to get jumped. How are you gonna go to the store and everything else and stuff? People don't want to ride buses no more because of this. Okay, people are afraid of these people with masks on. Who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, that you don't know if one of them are gonna jump you outside. You know. But I'm glad though our gun store is open and everything else and stuff, so I can go get mace or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad, and maybe I'll get a license to carry. Who knows? I don't know yet, but I'm thinking about it. So I mean, because this city is getting too bad, for me. I need something to protect my family too as well. When walking on the street and stuff like that. So, but anyways, and we're still making sure that people are being safe. I mean, my anniversary Sunday. My wife and I's anniversary Sunday. Also this Sunday coming up. Gonna buy her something nice and everything else and stuff, but I can't say it because it's a secret. So I want to buy her something nice. But anyways, it's getting kind of late and everything, and you're probably tired as well as tired as I am, and all. And but you know what, Jay, just be safe and everything out there. I'm just trying to put the word out there, trying to tell you guys the truth. What's really going on. Saying but hey, like I said, you can't lead a horse to water. Just do what you need to do. I'm saying, and do your own research. That's all I can tell you. Take care, everybody. Be safe and enjoy tomorrow. And all enjoy tomorrow and be safe and have a great night. And I will, be keeping you guys up to date, keeping you guys informed of what's going on, and all here in Massachusetts and all. But I'm hoping that it opens up, and so that way, because I do worry about the police department is really worried about those things, those suicide rates, and domestic violence and child abuse and everything else on a rise. Addiction, overdose is getting so heavy here in this Commonwealth and everything else. And it's sad, it's sad for the homeless too and everything. So, well, you know what? Keep you up to date, do whatever I can. You know what I'm saying? So, and do whatever I can to help others too as well. I mean, the good Lord calls me to help others, and that's what I do. And so, you know, and like I says, I'll do it to my last breath. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's it. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and let's hope for a better day tomorrow. Take care. Please share my video if you can around, and let's spread the good news, man. Let's spread the positive. Take care.